Today, we're going to talk about a Hollywood superstar who, believe it or not, led this secret double life. And in that secret life, she invented the very technology that basically powers our entire world today. I mean, just read that. The world's most beautiful woman spent her nights inventing the technology that makes your cell phone work. It sounds like something out of a movie, right? But it's the totally true story of Hedy Lamarr. So how on earth could one of the most famous actresses on the planet also be this pioneering inventor? Well, let's get into it. Okay, so to really get how she pulled this off, you first have to understand that she was living two completely different lives, at the exact same time. So on one hand, you've got the movie star, the glamorous icon, Everyone knew her as the world's most beautiful woman. But then, when the sun went down, she became someone else entirely. A brilliant, self-taught inventor, a mathematical genius, just filling up notebooks with these incredibly complex designs that were, frankly, decades ahead of their time. And these two worlds of hers, they were about to smash right into each other during the darkest days of World War II. She saw a huge problem that was costing Allied lives, and she decided to turn that incredible mind of hers to solving it. Okay, so here's the situation. The Allies had this powerful new weapon, radio-guided torpedoes. Super high-tech for the time, but there was a huge flaw. The Nazis figured out that they could find the radio frequency being used to guide the torpedo, blast it with noise, jam it, and the torpedo would just go completely off course. It was a deadly, deadly problem. So while all the best military engineers were totally stumped by this, Hedy had this aha moment. And her inspiration didn't come from some high-tech lab. It came from a piano. Her idea was called frequency hopping. And honestly, the concept behind it is it's brilliantly simple. She thought, what if the radio signal didn't just stay put on one channel? What if it jumped around from frequency to frequency so fast that the enemy could never, ever lock onto it? So think about it like this. You send a signal on one frequency, right? But then instantly both the thing sending the signal and the thing receiving it hop to a completely different frequency, and they keep hopping all over the place in a secret synchronized pattern. If the enemy tried to jam one frequency, they just hit static for a split second because the signal would already be gone, reappearing somewhere else entirely. It's basically an unjammable, totally secret communication system. And she didn't come up with this all on her own. She actually worked with this avant-garde composer, a guy named George Antheil. And that's where the piano comes in. They realized they could sync up all those frequency hops using something that worked just like a player piano roll. The 88 keys on a piano became the basis for 88 different frequencies, and the piano roll was the secret code that told the signal where to hop next. So clever. So she's got this revolutionary idea, right? Something that could genuinely help win the war. She takes her patent, goes right to the US Navy, and their response? Well, it was not what you'd think. They literally told her, just go sell war bonds. That was it. Can you believe it? The Navy just saw a pretty face, a movie star. They couldn't, or maybe wouldn't, see the brilliant inventor standing in front of them. They basically said she'd be more useful to the war effort as a pinup girl. And so that was that. Her patent for this secret communication system was filed, and then just stuck on a shelf to collect dust. This amazing technology that could have saved who knows how many lives was basically dismissed. It was seen as too complicated, and let's be honest, coming from a Hollywood actress, it was just too unbelievable for them to take seriously. So for decades, her invention just sat there, totally forgotten. But an idea this good, this powerful, it's not going to stay hidden forever. And sure enough, the world eventually caught up to Hedy Lamarr. By 1962, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, the US military finally dusted off her idea and used it. But the real explosion? That came in the 90s with the digital revolution. That's when her concept of frequency hopping became the absolute foundation for almost all modern wireless tech. So, you might be wondering, for inventing the core technology behind a multi-trillion-dollar industry, how much did Hedy Lamarr get paid? How much did she get in royalties? The answer is on the screen. A big, fat zero. Nothing. Not 1 cent. Just think about it. The Wi-Fi you're probably using to watch this right now. The Bluetooth connecting your phone to your headphones or your car, the GPS that gets you where you're going, all of it. Every single one of those things works because of the core principle of frequency hopping that Hedy Lamarr dreamed up and patented way, way back in 1942. Hedy's story is it's an unbelievable story of genius that was hiding right there in plain sight. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Who else is out there right now? What other brilliant minds are we ignoring, and what revolutionary ideas are we dismissing just because we're too busy looking at the person instead of listening to what they have to say?